The evening arrived wearing a smile of gold. Soft winds carried stories never told. The sky leaned low to kiss the earth, as silence discovered a hidden birth. Clouds blushed pink in fading light. Day slowly folded into night. Birds returned with tired wings, humming forgotten wandering things. A laughing evening walked the street, with dusty sandals and heartbeats sweet. It touched the walls with amber glow, teaching restless souls to slow. Children's echoes filled the air, joy dancing everywhere. Windows opened one by one, greeting the setting sun. Teacups whispered gentle steam, neighbors floated in a shared dream. Old men smiled at passing time, their memories ringing like a rhyme. Shadows stretched along the ground, listening to every sound, while laughter drifted soft and free, like waves returning to the sea. A lonely poet paused to see how happy sadness too could be, for even tears in evening light sparkled softly before the night. Lanterns blinked awake in rows, like secret gardens full of glows, and every flame began to say, "Nothing truly fades away." The laughing evening held each face in calm affection and gentle grace. It healed the cracks no one could show with colors only twilight knows. A mother called her children near, her voice a music warm and clear. Dinner scents began to rise, carrying love through open skies. The road forgot its daily race. Time itself began to pace, slow enough for hearts to hear dreams once buried reappear. Somewhere a flute began to cry, soft as clouds that drifted by. Yet even sorrow changed its tone, feeling less and less alone. Stars rehearsed behind the blue, waiting for their shining cue, while dusk performed its final art, painting peace in every heart. The laughing evening knew each pain, every loss and hidden rain. Still it chose a joyful way to close another fragile day. Young lovers walked with silent eyes, speaking truths without disguise. Their shadows merged upon the ground, where endless promises were found. An old tree swayed as if aware of whispered hopes within the air. Leaves applauded twilight's show, rustling secrets soft and low. The city lights began to bloom, tiny stars escaping gloom. Balconies filled with quiet cheer, as night itself drew near. A wandering dog lay down to rest. Even fatigue felt strangely blessed, for peace had wrapped the world so tight, nothing wished again to fight. The laughing evening gently said, "To every fear inside your head, you are allowed to breathe and stay. You survived another day." Hearts grew lighter without reason, as if joy were simply season, arriving without demand, holding hope with open hand. Some prayed beneath the darkening sky, some watched their worries passing by, some just sat in silent ease, listening to the evening breeze. The moon peeked shyly from afar, a silver storyteller star, and darkness wore a tender face, full of calm and endless space. The laughing evening slowly knew its time with earth was nearly through, yet before it turned to night, it scattered kindness into sight. Every laugh, both loud and small, echoed gently through it all, a reminder softly given. Joy itself is daily heaven, and as the last light slipped away, it promised dawn another day, leaving warmth in hearts believing in the magic of a laughing evening. The night did not arrive too fast. It let the golden moments last, as if the sky itself agreed that hearts still had a silent need. Streetlights hummed a gentle tune, welcoming the rising moon. Footsteps softened on the lane, free at last from daytime strain. A vendor packed his fading stall, counting coins both big and small. Yet in his eyes a peaceful glow, more than riches he could show. The laughing evening lingered still, resting softly on the hill, watching people drift inside, where private dreams and hopes reside. Curtains swayed in amber light, homes prepared to greet the night, stories gathered at each door, like waves returning to the shore. A girl wrote wishes in her book, with thoughtful and wondering look, believing stars could somehow read every secret, every need. Far away a train passed slow, carrying souls it would not know. Its whistle stretched across the air, a lonely song both brave and fair. The evening laughed in quiet tone at how no heart walks alone, for unseen threads forever bind every soul of humankind. Tea cooled beside a window frame, yet comfort stayed just the same, for conversations left behind still echoed warmly in the mind. An artist cleaned his colored hands, leaving unfinished painted lands, knowing tomorrow he would try to capture again the evening sky. Stars awakened one by one, shining where the day had gone, tiny lanterns far and deep, guardians of the world's sleep. The laughing evening whispered low to restless hearts that never slow, peace is not a distant place, it lives within your breathing space. A breeze explored the silent streets, brushing walls and passing feet, carrying laughter still alive, helping weary dreams survive. Somewhere music softly played, old memories gently remade, a melody both sweet and wise, reflecting through remembering eyes. The sky turned darker shades of blue, yet held a kindness shining through, for night was not an end to light, only its quieter form of sight. A student closed his heavy books, relieved from serious looks, stretching arms toward open air, finding freedom waiting there. Cats walked roofs like secret kings, owning night and hidden things, while distant laughter rose again, floating lightly through the lane. The laughing evening, almost gone, left traces gently hanging on, in glowing hearts and softened minds, and calm no daylight ever finds. A grandmother told tales of old, of courage bright and spirits bold. Children listened wide with awe, learning life's unwritten law. Clouds drifted slow across the moon, like a thoughtful, passing tune, and shadows danced without a fear, because the world felt safe and clear. Someone forgave a silent pain, letting go like falling rain, and in that moment deep inside, a heavier darkness slowly died. The evening's laughter did not fade. It lived in choices people made, in kindness small and patience true, in every simple thank you. Windows dimmed, the city sighed, daily worries set aside, dreams prepared their secret flight across the quiet sea of night. Yet somewhere still a voice would say, I smiled more than yesterday, and that alone became the sign the evening's laughter would remain divine. The moon climbed higher, calm and bright, a lantern for the wandering night, while silence wrapped the earth so deep, inviting every soul to sleep. But even as darkness spread its wing, echoes of laughter continued to sing, proof that joy does not depart. It settles softly in the heart. And so the laughing evening stayed, not in sky nor light nor shade, but in the warmth we carry on, long after twilight has gone. Night deepened like a thoughtful sea, holding quiet mystery, yet echoes of the evening's cheer still gently lingered far and near. A single lamp beside the road shared light with every passing load, teaching darkness how to bend and loneliness how to mend. The laughing evening's memory stayed, in silver shadows softly laid, across the roofs and silent trees, carried onward by the breeze. A writer searched for perfect lines between the stars' invisible signs, but found instead a simple truth: joy survives in age and youth. Crickets tuned their tiny song, keeping rhythm all night long, nature's orchestra awake, for dreaming hearts' sweet sake. A tired worker closed his eyes, releasing unspoken sighs, and sleep arrived like gentle rain, washing dust from hidden pain. The moonlight spilled upon the floor, through half-closed window and wooden door, painting stories without a sound, where quiet miracles are found. The laughing evening seemed to say, I never truly go away. I live where gratitude is born, between the night and coming morn. Somewhere hope began to grow, in hearts that once felt far too low, like seeds beneath the winter land, waiting for a warmer hand. A distant clock marked passing time, each second ringing like a rhyme, reminding souls both old and new, life keeps moving, so must you. Dreamers wandered in their sleep, through valleys calm and oceans deep, guided by a golden gleam, left behind by evening's dream. A lonely balcony held a chair, still warm from someone sitting there, watching colors fade away, yet choosing silently to stay. The stars spoke in patient light, guardians of the fragile night, listening to wishes unspoken, to hearts both whole and broken. The laughing evening's final trace rested in each peaceful face, where worries slowly lost their claim, and breathing felt no longer tame. Some memories knocked without a sound, old emotions newly found, but softened by the twilight's grace, they hurt less in night's embrace. A poet dreamed of endless skies, reflected in beloved eyes, where laughter once had learned to live, and sorrow learned at last forgive. The wind turned pages left outside, stories no one tried to hide, every word a fragile thread between the living and the dead. Night carried secrets far away, saving them for another day, for healing moves in unseen streams, flowing gently through our dreams. The laughing evening, now a tale, sailed beyond the moonlit veil, yet promised softly from afar, I remain where happy hearts are. Owls watched with patient sight, guardians of thoughtful night, seeing truths the daylight missed, hidden where silence kissed. A candle flickered near its end, still refusing not to bend, teaching even fading flame, life and courage are the same. Somewhere forgiveness took its birth, lifting burdens from the earth, and hearts once heavy learned to see, peace begins with letting be. Midnight slowly took the throne, yet no one felt completely alone, for laughter's echo gently stayed, a promise twilight always made. The world breathed deep in sleeping grace, wrapped in night's embracing space, while dreams prepared their morning flight toward another waiting light. And far beyond what eyes could see, the laughing evening's memory became a quiet guiding star, shining close though seeming far. Midnight settled soft and slow, like falling feathers made of glow, and silence wrapped the weary land, with calm no storm could ever command. The echoes of the evening's cheer still lived within the atmosphere, not loud, not bright, yet deeply true, like morning waiting out of view. A traveler paused beside the way, remembering laughter from the day. Its warmth remained within his chest, a quiet place where hearts could rest. The stars leaned close as if to hear every dream both far and near, and heaven seemed a little wide, enough for every hope inside. The laughing evening's fading trace still shimmered in the night's embrace, turning sorrow into art, softening each restless heart. A window glowed in sleepless thought, where battles silently were fought, yet peace arrived without a sound, when gentle memories gathered round. The wind crossed rooftops, calm and wise, carrying forgotten lullabies, songs once sung in childhood days, now returning through night's maze. Someone smiled within a dream, touched by twilight's golden beam, though unaware of how or why, joy had quietly wandered by. The moon climbed higher, bold yet kind, lighting paths for those who find that even darkness holds a guide for souls unwilling still to hide. The laughing evening whispered then to broken hearts among all men, you are stronger than you know, even when your courage feels low. A pen rolled gently from a desk, beside a letter unfinished, grotesque, words of love yet left unsaid, still alive inside the head. Night birds crossed the silent sky, drawing silver lines nearby, as if the heavens tried to write poetry across the night. The city slept but dreams stayed wide, opening unseen doors inside, where fears dissolved and hopes could roam, searching gently for their home. A lonely tear escaped unseen, between what was and what had been, but moonlight turned it into grace, a shining jewel upon the face. The laughing evening's spirit stayed, in choicest kindness softly made, in patience shared, in anger gone, in quiet strength to carry on. Clouds drifted like forgotten years, heavy once with hidden tears, now lighter in the midnight air, freed by moments people share. An old clock ticked beside the wall, measuring life both big and small, yet time itself seemed less severe after laughter had been here. The earth exhaled a peaceful sigh, listening to the endless sky, while darkness felt less cold and deep, guarding gently those asleep. Dreams built bridges made of light, connecting souls throughout the night, strangers laughing side by side, with nothing left to fear or hide. The laughing evening far away prepared tomorrow's bright display, gathering colors yet unseen for another golden scene. A soft dawn promise formed afar, hidden behind the faintest star, waiting patiently its turn for morning's fire again to burn. Even night began to smile, knowing it would last a while, but never truly claim the day, for light would always find a way. And so beneath the moon's bright keeping, the world surrendered into sleeping, holding close, without deceiving, the gift once given. A laughing evening. The night grew deeper, calm and wide, like an endless turning tide, yet somewhere in its silent flow, the evening's laughter still would glow. A distant lantern flickered bright, refusing surrender to the night. Its trembling flame began to say, "Hope survives in fragile way." Sleeping streets lay still and bare, dreams drifting through the air, while memories walked without sound, in places where peace was found. The laughing evening's golden trace still warmed the world with soft embrace, invisible yet strong and clear, a lingering joy forever near. A young boy dreamed of flying high, beyond the roofs into the sky, where laughter turned to shining wings and courage learned forgotten things. An aging man awoke halfway, between the dark and coming day. He smiled for reasons hard to name, feeling young inside again. The moonlight painted silver lines across the fields and silent pines, turning ordinary ground into sacred dreaming sound. The wind slowed down to almost none, as if its wandering work were done, resting too beneath the glow of stars arranged in patient row. The laughing evening softly spoke, through every sleeper it awoke, not in noise or spoken word, but in calm deeply heard. Somewhere forgiveness fully grew, replacing pain the heart once knew, and bitterness, once sharp and strong, quietly admitted it was wrong. A writer dreamed unfinished verse, neither blessing nor a curse, just truth waiting to be born. Between the midnight and the morn, clouds faded thin across the sky, letting constellations multiply, each one shining like a guide for wandering thoughts inside. Night guarded secrets safe and tight, protecting them till morning light, for healing often needs the shade before bright happiness is made. The laughing evening's memory deep walked beside the world asleep, ensuring every soul would keep a gentle promise through their sleep. An unseen prayer rose slowly high, without a sound beneath the sky, carried upward by belief, seeking comfort and relief. The earth turned quietly ahead, following paths the cosmos led, while stars